All right, Aquarius, looking at the two of these, I think for some of you, you're looking at your own personal struggles in the wrong way. And I say that because of the definition for forgiveness here. So, from Lee Vampire, the monster within, internal struggle, personal challenges, and wanting to improve, and forgiveness from chakra wisdom. Clearly, something has happened here where you have been hurt. But you may feel like the personal struggle that you're having right now is whether or not to forgive another person, or are you able to forgive? And that may be the challenge for you. But the thing is you're looking at it in the wrong way. Forgiveness is not about forgiving other people. One of the things that it talks about is we don't forgive others. We only forgive ourselves for loving others who have betrayed us. So that may be what you're kind of dealing with right now. But when you're looking at the monster within, all right, Aquarius, here's your overall for the week. The Ten of Pentacles. So, I kind of get a Four of Pentacles type of feel with this. With the Ten of Pentacles being the overall, we could be talking about family situations, family money, overall security and stability here. But I get the feeling of needing to maintain this. But it's not that you're withholding anything here. But we may be looking at family situations, but, like I said, this could be just about overall security and stability. And needing to either work on this or keep things where they are stable for you. Oh, boy. All right. In the past, death. So having to go through, the death cycle here, going through this personal transformation, needing to accept the ending of the way things used to be. One of the things that I say when it comes to death is when it shows up is, yeah, it does signal an ending, but it doesn't mean that an entire situation is coming to an end. It may just be an aspect, because we're talking about rebirth and things changing. But with the Ten of Pentacles being there, something may have ended in terms of a family situation here that has changed things for you and your overall security and stability. In the present, justice. Damn, man. So with justice being in the present, and I want to see what that means here, but a lot of times when this shows up for me, it's signaling that something needs to be fair, balanced, corrected, wrongs amended, accountability comes into play here. Doing what you feel like is right for you, right for your family situation. And I say that because of the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. That is where I start to see, the family being involved with what you're dealing with. But like I said, for some of you, it's just overall security and stability here. But clearly something in the past has come to an end in regards to this. With justice being here, this could be about some of you having gone through a divorce, absolutely, with death being there. But, like I said, something being corrected here, or you needing to weigh out options before you make a final choice. Or you may be dealing, with a court case here. It just depends. But, we'll see. Okay. So in future conditions, the Hangman. I don't think that this is you. This is not about you needing to see a different perspective. I think that this is situations being held up. When clearly it's over with here, but things need to be corrected. There needs to be like finalization, so to speak, with justice. And like I said, this could be about divorce or just a court case in general. But with the Hangman being in future conditions, it's not really moving forward. I don't think that you need to put your ego aside or anything like that. But during this process, though, going back to the monster within and forgiveness, there is something about this that you need to release. Otherwise, it's going to continue to be a struggle for you getting through this, especially if somebody else is stalling or holding up the show here. Because I don't think that, you're wanting this to drag out any further. But, I'm not looking at like the Knight of Pentacles here. It's just that this is not under your control. Like, I feel like this is an outside influence that's holding all of this up. And because of that, there's the struggle to get back to a place of overall security and stability here. Wow, man. Oh boy. You and Scorp. the Sun as your best path to follow. For you, especially with the Ten of Pentacles here, I don't think that it's you needing to see, everything for what it is. I think that you already do. I don't think that that's the issue. I think for you, whatever is happening here, especially if we're talking about divorce, it's, needing to get back in tune with your sense of self and direction. And I say that a lot when the Sun shows up because, think about it. The Sun is our ego, our sense of self, our identity, and if somebody else is holding up the show, then maybe the focus needs to go back to the things that, make you feel rejuvenated, filled with energy here, and give you that better sense of self and direction. And for some of you, it could be that you need to kind of shine the light on situations that may be happening within the family. But, I don't know, I get more a sense of needing to feel like there is a purpose to all of this that is going to set you on the right path where you get to, follow where you feel like you are being led to go. I don't think that this is ego driven. In your environment, the Six of Cups, with justice. And then I go back to death. Things from the past that have been over with for a while. But for some reason, maybe being brought back up. And you may be waiting here for things to just kind of be finalized and completed. But, I'm not looking at the wheel or the world here, unfortunately. I mean, you do have the Ten of Pentacles, but, this is really about needing to have all of this cleared up so that you can feel like you are stable again, I feel like. But you can't go into a situation expecting, for somebody to correct issues that may have happened in the past, right? It's up to you to just kind of leave it be, and I say that because of the Oracle cards, but clearly here, this should not have been brought back up. Not if it's going to lead you into a place where, things just aren't being completed because of the Hangman sitting there. But definitely some past issues here, karma possibly coming back around. But I don't think it's about you. I don't think it's karma being handed to you. I think now it's like, this needs to be over and done with. Things need to be fair and balanced. Why is it that I'm being drugged through the past again? Is kind of what I feel like looking at this. Oh boy, your hopes and your fears, the Ten of Wands. And this is just the weight of this entire situation being put on you. Where, instead there needs to be more focus on you right now, rather than being caught up with a situation that should have been over with. There's no reason for the past to be brought back up if the past is showing death. It's over. So why is it that it's being brought back up in a way where, you're being faced with the Hangman and things just being held up? And with the Ten of Wands, there may be some details that weren't looked at, especially in regards to, like I said, family situations, money, security, and stability. And there may be some pressure on you to kind of get that in order to finalize things. But like I said, I get the feeling here with the Hangman, this isn't you holding things up. This is what you're having to deal with because of something being brought back up that is, like I said, over with here. But, feeling overwhelmed, feeling pressured by all of this, feeling like this weight is going to be on you forever. And then coming out, the damn Knight of Pentacles. But I look at this and I think slow and steady progress, right? Like, definitely with the Hangman, things are dragging ass. Somebody may be holding up the show here and preventing things from kind of completing itself out. But with the Knight of Pentacles, eventually it's going to get there. It's just you need to stay the course. But I can understand the frustration, though. And that Ten of Wands, like, oh my God, can I just drop this already? Because the focus needs to be back on you. And then the Six of Wands, eventually you're going to get to a place where you feel like you've accomplished something. There's at least a small amount of victory that's happening out of this. With the Two of Pentacles, looking at death in the past, You know, you did everything you could to keep the situation going and keeping things balanced, but with death, it's saying that it's over with. You shouldn't be put back in this position where you need to figure things out, because I don't think that it's your responsibility. Now, looking at the Queen of Swords and Justice and the Six of Cups, yeah, not playing games anymore. I'm not playing games. This needs to be over with. There's no reason for the past to come back up. Why? Why is this happening? You know, things just need to be fair, balanced, corrected, balanced out, done. But like I said, with the Six of Wands, there is like some level of victory over this, especially if we're looking at a court case, a court situation. Eventually it's going to get there. It just may take a little bit longer than what you expected. But this isn't bad. You know, it's just unfortunately right now you're being put back in a place where, you know, I would be pissed off too, having to deal with this again when it's over and done with. Why am I being drugged through this again? You're going to be put back in a place where you're still going to have to figure some things out, figure some details out, right? But during this process, especially for those of you who are going through a divorce or a separation here, having to move or having to, you know, figure out your own security and stability, money involved with the situation. With the Sun being there and looking at your oracle cards, I think that the most important thing out of this is for you to start to focus on you, you know, and feeling better about yourself in this situation, and you needing to remember here that you don't need to go out of your way to forgive somebody else for betraying you and hurting you, you know. That is not the struggle here. It's just you needing to look at it from a different perspective, you know. And with the Hangman there, yeah. But like I said, I get the feeling that that's not you. And then compassion. And I feel like that's more about you having compassion for yourself. So teach yourself to open up that throat chakra, speak your truth here, speak up about a situation, be clear in what you're communicating, and be compassionate. Be compassionate in the way that you are communicating, but don't shut yourself down. You know, don't back down and not defend yourself is kind of what I feel like here. But this is all about, you know, what you are teaching yourself here. And absolutely after this experience, when you're looking at teach, you're going to be able to teach others based on what you've experienced and what you've learned here, you know. But like I said, looking at the Six of Wands, there is some level of victory here. It's a small victory, but it's better than continuing to be put in limbo, so to speak, right? Express love through gifts. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love to them. So, especially for those of you who are going through a separation or divorce, speaking the language of love, needing to speak to yourself a little bit more lovingly and needing to speak that to others who, you know, you have feelings for. For those of you who are just dealing with, you know, situations beyond relationships here, this is saying that you need to speak in a loving way to your partner here and express your love through, you know, the gifts that you give, right? But it's not bad, you know. And for those of you who are going through a difficult time, going through, you know, like I said, the divorce or separation, for the people that you have around you that love you and care about you, absolutely speak lovingly to them, have compassion. You know, I kind of feel like don't take your frustrations out on them, right? But be able to express the way that you feel by giving them something, right? And it doesn't have to be something expensive. You know, just those small tokens where you express the way that you feel. But, you know, I look at this and I feel like this is unfair. This should have been over with, you know. But eventually here coming out, like I said, there's at least a small victory.